But I mean, do you really believe what Putin says that NATO is expanding and Ukraine should not be in NATO? Why he's so afraid of that idea? Or he may be just using it as a pretext for his imperial ambitions and to do that, and he just doesn't care. Or he really thinks that Ukraine should not be in NATO for some...
It's not about our membership in NATO. It was like so-called reason for the start of this war, but it wasn't the real reason. The real reason is imperial ambitions just to have Ukraine under the control of Russia, under an influence of Russia, and not only Ukraine. We can remember that in December 2021, it was statement or even not ultimatum from Russia, from Kremlin, to the NATO that you should push out all the weapons that you have on your eastern border in the countries of Warsaw treatment, which were in the Warsaw treatment. So your borders, NATO, your borders, you should be on the borders of 1997. That's all. And it was ultimatum, or we will start war, or we will do something. So I think Kremlin want to spread their influence not only for Ukraine, but also for Baltic states, for Poland, Hungary, Slovakia, Czech Republic, another one.
Are you telling me that the imperial ambitions of Putin is actually to create again the Soviet Union?
Not only the Soviet Union, but also with the influence on the countries of Eastern Europe.
Okay, well let's speculate on this matter a little bit more, if you don't mind. So what's next? Okay, if he gets what he wants, Ukraine, Baltic states. What then?
So Russia, Kremlin, Putin want to revise the world order. So they think that this world order, it's not
acceptable.
Not acceptable. Not good for them, actually, because
obviously.
because this world order is based on the rules. Based on
that's not good for Russia.
It's not about Russia, actually. So the violation of the rules, it's actually the character of Russia, and they try to revise this world order just to spread their influence here in Europe. Maybe it was one of the steps in a long game with other countries and with other dictators.
So you think that there was a plan, some sort of a negotiations between...
It looks like.
Right.
It looks like. Because I think, and that's why the war in Ukraine and the results of this war of Ukraine is on the, at the high price. The results of it, of this, not only for Ukraine, and our partners understand that it can lead to the revise of the borders of other countries in different part of our world, by force, I mean.
Yeah, right.
So, too much on the stack, so that's why Western world helps us.
Right.
To support us in this war.
Thank you for your answer. What major steps, or if you can give me 3 major steps that Ukraine has already taken for NATO to accept Ukraine into its family?
Well, we first of all have shown our partners that we have strong army. I think the strongest in Europe army we have in Ukraine, and we can not only stop and resist of Russian army, but also defeat it and liberate our territories. So it will be win-win situation when Ukraine will become a member of NATO.
Right.
Another thing, despite the war, we continue our reforms. Step by step, we continue our reforms. And actually, yesterday, we got the first step in our accession to the EU. And actually, making these reforms and becoming closer to EU, we also become closer to NATO, because NATO and EU has the same standards of democracy, of freedom of speech, freedom of all freedoms, yeah. And of course, we have to pay attention when we are talking about the NATO, to pay attention on the defense and security sphere and reforms in this sphere. And that's why we're asking for our partners for some concrete list of these reforms that should be signed for both sides, Ukraine and NATO, that, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what you should do to become a member. We understand this.
A roadmap.
Yeah,
Okay.
roadmap, but not the MAP, membership action plan.
Yeah. That was my idea.
So yes, and despite the war, we continue these reforms, and the success in this process already mentioned by our partners, and I think it's a good steps on the way on our future membership in NATO.